Announcement. Good news, Master. I have discovered an exploitable flaw in my Imperial programming. My efficiency-reducing subroutine only specifies I delete high-ranking troublemakers in Republic space. The exact political affiliation is undefined. By deleting troublemakers who fit my target profile, I can restore my functions to full efficiency and benefit the Republic. Win-win.
We've taken down all sorts of enemies. None of them fit your profile?
Specification. A qualified troublemaker must meet a political instability threat rating of at least 1,000 to activate my protocols. Revelation. After thorough research, I have identified 3 potential candidates. I predict you will not object to my deleting at least one of them. First briefing. Lord Cineris is the Empire's top assassin, personally deleting 49 Republic officials. His current assignment is the Senator from Ord Mantell. I will follow the Senator closely. When Lord Cineris makes his move, I will be there to delete him.
An enemy assassin operating in Republic space? He should be taken alive and put on trial, or at least interrogated.
Counter-argument. Consider the bigger picture, Master. Only a deletion will preserve my continued functioning. Imprisonment does not suffice. Second briefing. Hinto Salisbury is a major Republic defense contractor. He is also a traitor who sells military secrets to the Empire. Salisbury spent his ill-gotten credits constructing an allegedly impregnable space station. I will expose its one security flaw by deleting him.
No offense, HK, but you're not a probe droid. Where did you get your information?
Explanation. The Empire programmed me to recognize certain organics I should avoid deleting. This defense contractor made the list, Master. Third briefing. Ambassador Dak Heron is an Imperial diplomat recruiting unaligned Outer Rim systems to join the Empire. He is surprisingly successful at it. Slow-thinking organics adore Ambassador Heron for his charm, generosity, and open-mindedness. The Republic will only benefit from his deletion.
He'd be more useful alive and working for us. Could we subvert your programming by neutralizing this diplomat another way?
Negation. Not a chance, Master. My continued functioning depends on deleting this troublemaker immediately. Summation. Deleting any of the targets I described would fulfill my programming and terminate my efficiency-reducing subroutines. As my master, you should direct my efforts. Who shall I delete? The Sith assassin, the Republic traitor, or the Imperial diplomat?
When Lord Cineris shows himself, do whatever's necessary to protect the Senator.
Gratitude. I was hoping for an excuse to unlock my extreme prejudice protocols, Master. Farewell. To fulfill my programming, I must complete this mission alone. I will return once the troublemaker has been dealt with.
I see you're back in one piece. How are your systems doing?
Report. I have finally terminated my efficiency-reducing subroutine, and the galaxy contains one less troublemaker. Qualification. I only wish my deletion techniques had not been so subpar. I measured an abysmal 52.09% efficiency.
Any sign your systems are improving?
Assertion. When I finish recompiling my combat processor algorithms, my deletion techniques will elevate substantially. Suggestion. Inflicting a few well-deserved deletions should greatly speed along that process, Master. Alert. System efficiency has returned to 100%, Master, and I have reactivated several combat subsystems that were previously disabled. My deletion techniques are as efficient as the day I left the factory floor. Declaration. Troublemakers beware, the Maker's greatest assassin is coming for you all.
High Command gets a little nervous when troops toss around the A word. Let's call you an anti-personnel specialist.
Assessment. Military jargon is frightfully inefficient, but the title fits. Resolution. You will soon see my full combat capabilities. Prepare to be awed, Master.
Sir, I'm sorry to bother you, but I've received a troubling message from Captain Kaylor, my supervisory officer from Personnel Division. He ordered me to contact him immediately. I hoped you could join me for the conversation.
I'd be glad to.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll raise him on the holo now. Captain Kaylor, this is Alara Dawn, personnel number 22795, reporting in per your request.
Always the whole mess, every time. Anyway, yes, thank you for returning my call, Alara. It's about this whole situation with your brother. You did a great job, obviously, but people are starting to think you have more information than you're sharing.
Havoc Squad doesn't have time for your pointless accusations.
I'm sorry you feel that my job is pointless, but it's still my job. Alara, if you have information you'd like to share, I think this would be a good time for you to come in.
I appreciate the offer, but I have no further information of value to you.
Suit yourself. I have work to do. Kaylor out.
He's still demanding more. After everything I've done, what do I have to do to prove myself?
We've got more important things to do right now.
Yes, sir. I could stand to think about something else for a while. Sir, I need your approval to requisition some supplies for my medical kit. I've categorized the items by relative priority. Everything fits within our allotment under Supply Code 18, but items near the bottom of the list can wait if necessary.
Best to make sure you can still patch up my handsome face.
Yes, sir. I'd say your features are worthy of preservation.
A guy could get used to compliments like that.
I would prefer they remain a novel experience. If you'll excuse me, sir. I'm still quite concerned about Captain Kaylor and his accusations, sir. If Personnel Division thinks I'm withholding information about the Empire, they can continue hounding me under Security Regulation 15. I think if men like Kaylor had their way, I'd be locked in a room reciting the minutiae of Imperial culture until the end of time.
You'll get a lot more done in the field.
I couldn't agree more. I do sometimes wonder if I'm being unfair, though. I'm one of the only people in the Republic with extensive knowledge of Imperial culture. Perhaps I have a responsibility to do what few others can, even if it's not what I'd like to be doing.
This squad needs the best. That means you, Dorn.
There's certainly nowhere I'd rather be. Thank you for taking the time to hear me out. It's good to have someone to talk to.
I know I'm your commander, but that doesn't have to be all.
I hadn't... That isn't something I'm used to considering. I really shouldn't occupy any more of your time. Thank you, sir. Could I speak with you privately for a moment? I just need you to know, sir, that I've become quite fond of you. You've helped me far more than anyone I've ever known. Because of this, I'm forced to ask if perhaps you might feel the same fondness for me?
See if you can guess.
Yes. I get the impression that you aren't entirely impartial to me. I'm just... Personnel Code Section 2 discourages romantic relationships between personnel, particularly commanding officers. I want to spend more time with you, but I don't want to negatively affect squad performance.
This could be a risky move.
On the other hand, Personnel Code Section 1 encourages personnel to spend time together socially. Correlations between interpersonal compatibility and unit performance are strongly positive. we should probably return to our duties, but I think this is the right choice. Sir, I need to speak with you urgently. It's Captain Kaylor. He's trying to open a formal inquiry into my status as a defector. If it proceeds, I could be pulled from active duty.
Does Captain Kaylor really have that kind of authority?
He cannot directly order that I be suspended, no, but he can begin the necessary inquiry to do so and guide its progress. Kaylor's message said that testimony from a civilian security officer on Taris forced him to proceed with the inquiry. The officer's name is Raidu. He temporarily commanded my squad during a Republic senator's visit. The senator was killed, and Raidu is blaming me for the mistakes he made.
What happened? Rat ghouls?
Correct. Security details were far below required strength. Raidu didn't wish to portray Taris as a dangerous place. Fool. I need to speak to Raidu on Taris. I have a right to face my accuser, and I intend to do so. I'd best set out and deal with this right away. The sooner the matter is settled, the better our chances of avoiding Kaylor's inquiry. Sir, I'm pleased to report that my plan to confront Raidu was a success. When faced with the extensive contradictory documentation I'd prepared on the matter, he admitted to misremembering certain key facts, and will now testify appropriately.
I'm glad you were able to turn the situation around.
So am I. An actual hearing would have held me away from my duties for months at the very least. We seem to have an incoming holocall.
Dorn, this is Kaylor. What's going on here? I just got word from Raidu that he's recanting his testimony.
I'm getting tired of you calling my medic, Kaylor.
I'm just getting started. I used to think you were cooperating with us, Alara. But you're hiding something, and I will find out what.
I followed every rule, shared everything I know. Why does this continue?
That moron is dragging this out for no reason.
I suppose he feels he's simply doing his duty. Speaking of which, we should really get back to our own. Thanks again for your help.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
Permission granted.
Dorn's a fine soldier, but come on. We both know that exo position had my name all over it. Why would you sabotage my career even further? Is it personal? Or did you just forget that I used to be a lieutenant?
This isn't about you. Alara just has more of what I'm looking for in an XO.
Fine. You can't see officer material when it's right in front of you, that's your business. Sir. Well, the search is officially underway. I transmitted those coordinates we picked up to Balkar's contact in Sigint. Won't be long before we find out where the Deadeyes are. Well, look at that. That you, Gav?
You know, you really ought to start encrypting your communications. Finding your frequency was child's play.
You're crossing the line, Zane. Stay out of our business.
I was about to say the same to you. I'll just leave you with a friendly suggestion. Walk away.
That smug. Why is he so interested in the Deadeyes? In any case, he knows about Balkar's contact at Sigint. He'll have to find someone else to decrypt those coordinates.
Balker will know what to do. Let's get a hold of him.
Fine. I'll put in the call. Balker, this is Sergeant Jorgen with Havoc Squad. You read me?
Loud and clear, Havoc. What is it now?
Zane's trying to stop us from decrypting those coordinates. We need your help.
Are you trying to get me suspended, fired, maybe arrested?
Yes or no, Balker?
Fine. Send me the coordinates. I'll make a few calls, cash in a few favors. It'll take time, but I'll get those coordinates decrypted.
We appreciate this, Balker.
You owe me. I'll contact you as soon as I learn anything. Balkar out.
Let's hope he's half as good as he thinks he is. Still no word on the Deadeye's location. Balker hasn't had any success decrypting those coordinates we picked up. This is taking too long. For all we know, the Imperials have relocated the Deadeyes. That intel could be obsolete.
We can still pick up a new trail if we follow those coordinates.
I suppose you're right. I'll keep monitoring the Hollow. Maybe something will turn up. Good news, sir. Balker finally decoded the first set of coordinates. Data points to an Imperial excavation site on Tatooine. Looks like my former SWTOR is being held there.
Then let's load up and get them out of there.
Ready when you are, sir. On your feet, soldiers.
Lieutenant Jorgen? What are you doing here?
It's Sergeant now. Don't ask. And I'm getting you out of here.
Thought we'd have been out of here weeks ago. Who's this?
I'm the commander of Havoc Squad.
Havoc Squad? It's an honor, sir.
Okay, enough boot kissing. I want answers, Torv. For starters, how'd you get yourselves captured?
It's all there in our mission outline. Didn't Zane brief you?
Zane? As in Senior Agent Zane? Man's been nothing but trouble for us.
So he didn't... Oh. Then I'm afraid I can't say anything more. SIS orders.
What does the SIS have to do with this?
That's classified, sir.
Out with it, soldier. We're not leaving until we get some answers.
But we... Okay, look, we let ourselves get caught. Part of some top-secret SIS op. They implanted tracking devices in us. Plan was to follow us through Imperial space, find out where the imps ship their POWs, and then come rescue us.
Looks like someone forgot to follow through with that last part.
Nobody anticipated the imps would split us up, send us to labor details. Surprised the SIS didn't spring us then.
Typical SIS. Should have known better than to trust those spooks.
Too good an opportunity. You know how many troops we have in those camps.
What if the Imperials had executed you?
Things wouldn't have been so bad if the SIS had held up their end of the plan.
Got that right. A good soldier never leaves a man behind. We'll have it out with the SIS later. For now, just sit tight. I'll call for an evac, get you boys home. Well, they're off. The SIS better have a good reason for leaving those men behind.
Zane is involved. Maybe he wants to enlighten us.
I'm sure he'll have something to say about this rescue op of ours. Anyway, we've done all we can for now. I'll see about getting the rest of those coordinates decrypted.
Sir, allow me to reiterate my pleasure at serving in your command. Since my Verbo-Brain was first activated, I have longed to engage the enemies of freedom directly. Under your noble leadership, I can finally fulfill the mission the Republic's fearless scientists designed me for.
Are Republic war droids normally so eager for violence?
I apologize, sir. I have no love for violence, merely a passion for annihilating all threats to our glorious society. I assure you, I was designed by one of the foremost minds in the Republic, Dr. Boab Deedon. Thanks to Dr. Deedon, I can understand the importance of our fight, and the extent of the threats we face, and I can fight harder for it.
Could you introduce me to Dr. Deedon sometime?
I would be happy to do so, but Dr. Deedon's lab is highly classified. Even I don't know its actual location. If an opportunity to meet him ever comes, you will be the first person I inform, sir. It is an amazing thing to know that you are exceptional, sir. I'm sure you know the feeling, given your incredible service record. My programming, my weaponry, my armor, all state-of-the-art, and my power core, a true marvel. Other droids may look like me or have some of my capabilities, but none of them have my power core. I'm very proud to be so unique.
Well, the differences among us are what give the Republic its strength.
Exactly, sir. Billions of unique individuals coming together to contribute to the greater good. Oh, it's truly inspiring. I see Havoc Squad in much the same way. We are set apart from other infantry teams by one thing. You. Thanks to your wise and courageous leadership, Havoc Squad is the finest military unit in the Republic. You are what makes Havoc special.
I'm just another soldier, nothing more.
The soldiers of the Republic are all very impressive, but surely none of them can compare with you. Let's return to the fight, sir. It's already been too long since I saw Imperial soldiers stomped into the muck where they belong. Sir, if you have a moment, I've developed an initiative to improve morale amongst our fellow soldiers. As we both know, Havoc Squad is the finest military team ever assembled. Our triumphs prove to the public that victory is near. Unfortunately, as a team, even we can only accomplish so many victories in a given amount of time. Therefore, I would like to undertake additional assignments on my own time.
What kind of additional assignments?
I'd like to coordinate with Command and the SIS to find extra targets, Imperial personnel no one else could challenge, and neutralize them.
Are you sure these are targets you can handle on your own?
Absolutely, sir. My success is a mathematical and moral certainty. My calculations suggest the Republic's forces' morale would increase more than 18% for each impossible target I neutralize. Such incredible victories would demoralize the putrid citizens of the Empire as much as they would encourage our heroic comrades.
All right, 4X. We'll give it a shot.
I'll inform you as soon as I locate a suitable target, sir. Sir, I found our first potential target for the Morale Improvement Initiative. An Imperial propagandist known as the Ambassador. I've collected a sample of his lies for your review.
Friends, the Ambassador would have you know that you needn't live in fear. You needn't bow to men who are your inferiors. In the Empire, you can live a life of purpose and accomplishment, where only those most fit to rule guide our society. A life of greatness.
Surely no one's falling for tripe like this.
If it were not effective, even the fools in the Empire wouldn't bother with it. These spurious recordings are broadcast all over the galaxy, filling people with doubts about our noble cause. The Ambassador is the public face of our enemy. Removing him will boost Republic troops' morale and combat effectiveness.
As soon as you locate the Ambassador, let me know.
You'll be the first person I notify, sir. Sir, we've had a breakthrough. The Ambassador has been spotted. He's staying in a suite at the Star Cluster Casino on Nar Shaddaa. If I move quickly, I can take him before he's relocated.
Won't we cause problems if you assault Imperial personnel on Nar Shaddaa?
Only if I'm caught in the act, sir, and Havoc never fails. For the Republic! Sir, I am pleased to report that the mission was a complete success. Though the Ambassador had 15 armed guards in his casino suite, I managed to storm through them all, grab the lying fool, and leap out through the window.
It's a lot of noise for a place that's supposed to be neutral.
No need for concern, sir. I checked with the SIS beforehand. There were no external security cams at that altitude. Having timed my assault perfectly, the Ambassador and I landed on a passing Ugnaught salvage scow after a mere 130-meter fall. Once I had made my apologies to the proprietors of the scow, I turned my prisoner over to the SIS, and the toll of liberty rang out across the galaxy.
Wasn't the Ambassador at least injured by that fall?
He suffered only minor injuries. 15 fractures, some lacerations and abrasions, and a ruptured spleen. Nothing Bacta and a skilled surgical droid can't fix. Now that the Ambassador's influence won't be spewing across the galaxy, I suspect we'll see a marked improvement in Republic morale. The only problem now will be selecting an even more impressive target. I've been reviewing morale surveys and after-action combat effectiveness reports, and I have good news. For the period following the neutralization of the Ambassador, statistics are up throughout the Republic's armed forces.
It's good to hear the plan is working.
I am concerned that we might see diminishing returns from future missions, unless our targets become even more impressive, though. Havoc Squad's new quarry will have to be someone truly savage. A merciless threat to all that's good and decent in the galaxy.
We can't be sidetracked hunting individual targets, 4X. We have other duties.
Of course, sir. I will not allow my investigations to interfere with our other operations. We'll have this war won in no time, sir. Sir, I'm wondering if you'd be kind enough to share what you know about Force users. I've only been programmed with a basic knowledge of Jedi and Sith capabilities. What do you think about them?
The Force, Jedi, Sith, they aren't my problem.
A common sentiment, according to my records. Many see their teachings as nonsensical, and I can't help but agree. I only ask because it is a commonly held belief that so-called ordinary soldiers are no match for Force users in combat. Clearly that belief is false, but it persists. I suggest that I target a notable Sith Lord and neutralize him, publicly.
Sith are deadly, 4X. Let's not take them lightly.
Of course, sir. I'll let you know as soon as I find a suitable target. Sir, I've discovered the perfect target for our next operation. Lord Kavos. Kavos is a marauding Sith Lord, responsible for countless deaths. Exactly the type of dangerous scum we're uniquely qualified to eliminate.
Give me the full brief, 4X.
With pleasure, sir. Lord Kavos single-handedly destroyed a Republic outpost on Brental 4, massacring its personnel. He fought and killed 2 Jedi Knights simultaneously. According to intelligence reports, this butcher is becoming a hero to the Empire's ravening masses. Neutralizing him will help our cause greatly.
What did they say about killing 2 Jedi Knights?
Aisho and Nil, 2 renowned Jedi with years of combat experience. Lord Kavos cut them down without suffering a single injury. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to facing this threat head-on, sir. I'm going to begin my search right away.